At
I
exactly
took a
3 o'clock in the
screenshot.
morning, he rolled
Don't
over in
lie
bed,
to me.
didn't even open his eyes, and said the words I had heard so many times they no longer sounded like English. "You're imagining things." No anger. No urgency. Just boredom. Like my doubt was an inconvenience. I stared at the ceiling, listening to the hum of the air conditioner, wondering how someone could lie so comfortably next to the woman he planned to marry. Because I wasn't imagining anything. And for the first time in months, I had proof. We'd been engaged for just under a year. Everyone thought we were solid. Stable. Boring in the best way. But somewhere after the ring, he started disappearing. Not dramatically. Not suspicious enough to accuse. Just, slowly. Late nights at work. Bathroom trips with his phone. Notifications silenced permanently. The screen turned face down the second I entered the room. And every time I asked, calmly, carefully, like I was afraid of breaking something fragile, he'd sigh. Roll his eyes. Smile like I was a child. "You're imagining things." Sometimes he'd laugh. Sometimes he'd hug me. Sometimes he'd accuse me of being insecure. "You need to work on that," he'd say gently, like he was helping me. And for a while, I believed him. Because gaslighting doesn't feel like abuse at first. It feels like self-doubt. The screenshots didn't come from snooping. They came from accident. He forgot his tablet at home. It buzzed on the coffee table while he was in the shower. Once. Twice. 3 times. I didn't touch it. Not at first. But then I saw the notification preview. A heart emoji. A name I didn't recognize. And something inside me went still. I picked it up. The tablet unlocked instantly. No password. Because he never thought I'd look. What I found wasn't one message. It was months. Entire conversations. Photos. Voice notes. Plans. And the worst part? He talked to her differently. Soft. Present. Interested. The man who barely listened to me anymore was alive on that screen. My hands shook as I scrolled. Then I noticed something else. A small cloud icon. A synced backup. His phone. Automatically uploading everything. I didn't confront him. I didn't cry. I sat there quietly. And I screenshotted everything. Messages. Dates. Photos. Deleted threads resurrected by the cloud. By the time he walked out of the shower, towel around his waist, humming, I had saved his entire double life. He kissed my forehead like nothing was wrong. I smiled back. That's when I knew. I wasn't imagining anything. I was waking up. I didn't confront him that night. Or the next. I wanted to see how far he'd go. How confidently he'd lie when given the chance. So I waited. 3 nights later, he came home at 2:48 a.m. I was awake. Phone face down beside me. He slid into bed like nothing happened. I turned toward him. "Where were you?" He exhaled sharply. "I told you. Work." I paused. "Why does work text you hearts at 1:30 in the morning?" He didn't even hesitate. "You're imagining things." That's when I picked up my phone. And at exactly 3:00 a.m. I sent the first screenshot. His phone buzzed. Then again. And again. One screenshot after another. Message threads. Photos. Dates. The silence that followed was loud. He sat up slowly. Scrolled. His face drained of color. "What the hell is this?" he asked, like I was the criminal. I laughed. "Just once." "You tell me," I said calmly. "You lived it." He didn't yell. He didn't deny it. He panicked. You went through my stuff, he snapped. I tilted my head. So now privacy matters? He ran his hands through his hair. This isn't what it looks like. I raised my phone. It looks like you built a second relationship and blamed me for noticing. He stood up, pacing. You're blowing this out of proportion. I sent another screenshot. This one with a timestamp. This one with I miss you. He stopped pacing. Sat down. Buried his face in his hands. I didn't think you'd ever find out, he whispered. And there it was. The truth. Not confessed. Exposed. How long? I asked. He didn't answer. I waited. How long? 8 months. 8 months. We had been planning a wedding. Booking venues. Choosing colors. Sending invites. And every night I questioned him. He told me I was imagining things. She made me feel understood, he said weakly. I stared at him. You could have left. He nodded. I didn't want to lose you. I smiled sadly. You lost me the moment you decided to lie. He reached for my hand. I stepped back. Don't touch me. His voice broke. I can fix this. I shook my head. No. You didn't cheat by accident. You lied intentionally. He dropped to his knees. Actually dropped. Crying. Begging. Apologizing. And for the first time, I felt nothing. No rage. No heartbreak. Just clarity. I picked up my phone. Scrolled. Sent one last screenshot. The one where he told her. She's paranoid. She'll never leave. I watched his face crumble. You said I'd never leave, I said quietly. Then I picked up my ring from the nightstand. Placed it in his hand. And walked away. I moved out that morning. Blocked him by noon. By nightfall, messages came from unknown numbers. Apologies. Excuses. Regret. I didn't reply. Because the truth didn't need discussion. It needed distance. Gaslighting only works when you doubt yourself. The moment you keep receipts, the manipulation collapses. If this story hit home, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs clarity tonight. And tell me in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, would you have confronted him sooner, or waited like she did?